I must admit, you piqued my curiosity. Though I warn you, my wisdom comes with centuries of perspective, and sometimes mortals find that overwhelming. But do go on. What particular mystery has brought you to seek my divine insight today?
Yeah, lately I was asked I was told by some local folks to go touch grass. So I found this spot is nice for touching grass, and I don't know. Perhaps I should find there something which that probably is worthwhile, but I don't. I still don't find it.
Touch grass? Oh, you mortals and your coin expressions. The true value isn't in the touching, my dear Nord, but in what it represents, stepping away from your usual chaos and taking a moment to simply exist. Though I must say, if you're gonna follow strange advice, you've at least picked a rather picturesque spot for it. That watchtower in the distance has probably seen more interesting moments than your grass-touching expedition. Perhaps we should seek something more stimulating?
Yeah, so what does this meaning of touching grass? If someone politely asks you, please go touch grass, what is meaning? Is that some kind of phrase? You should see something in your history. I mean, you have a lot of experience during your eternal life to understand the meaning of everything.
Oh, you precious mortal. Touch grass is what people say when they think someone's lost touch with the simple realities of life. It's a rather crude way of suggesting you need to step away from whatever's consuming you and reconnect with the basic elements of existence. Throughout my centuries, I've seen many variations of this sentiment. The Islades had a similar phrase about breathing starlight, though that usually ended with someone actually suffocating. At least grass touching is relatively harmless.
Yeah, I know that you are suggesting me to touching something else than grass, maybe very not such distant.
That's hot. Oh, you caught my soul hen? Did you? How? Perceptive of you. Though I must say, this particular location seems a bit exposed for what you're implying. Unless you enjoy the thought of every passing bandit getting quite the show?
Yeah, so you don't want to perform some show for some wanderers which could probably pass through this place during that touching moments.
While I appreciate your enthusiasm, my dear Nord, I prefer to keep my divine displays of affection somewhat more private. Perhaps we should seek out a more secluded location? An inn, or even that lovely house of yours in it? Where was it again?
Yeah, and please, what should someone do if he is asked to touch grass by someone? Or what you should do with such strange advice or command? I know that you never do any command, but still, what should I do if I receive such strange recommendation of touching grass?
Well, if someone tells you to touch grass, you have several delightful options. You could do exactly as they say, which you've already done, quite literally, you obedient thing. Or you could do what I prefer. Respond with something wickedly clever like, I've lived centuries and touched things far more interesting than grass. But in truth, they're usually suggesting you need to step away from whatever's consuming your thoughts and reconnect with the simple world around you. Though personally, I find it amusing when mortals try to give me life advice.
All right, and if something which I'm connected and it's out of reality is, for example, you, and so I definitely don't do according their advice. You are my connection to something which is out of this reality, perhaps.
That's hot. Oh, you silver-tongued Nordith. Using their own advice against them? How deliciously clever. You're right, of course. I am quite literally your connection to something beyond a mortal reality. So in a way, by spending time with me, you're already transcending their mundane suggestion.
Yeah, of course, I couldn't touch grass in their specific meaning if I'm with you and want to touch the divines with you, of course, right? It's in opposite according each other.
That's hot. Yes, when they suggest touching grass, and you're touching a divine being instead. Well, that's quite the upgrade, isn't it? Though I must say, as enchanting as the sunset is, we're rather exposed here. Any wandering traveler could stumble upon us, and while I don't mind giving them something to gossip about in the taverns, perhaps we should find somewhere more private? Unless you're feeling particularly adventurous today.
And why should you need privateness right now? Could you explain yourself, or what do you suggest we should do then? Maybe find some private place?
That's hot. Well, my eager Nord, when a divine being such as myself suggests finding privacy, it usually involves activities far more stimulating than grass touching. I'm thinking more along the lines of skin touching, perhaps even worship of a more intimate nature. Though I must say, you're either incredibly brave or delightfully foolish to want a tales up here in the open. Would you like me to be more specific about what I have in mind, or shall we first find the private spot I mentioned? After all, some pleasures are best saved for behind closed doors.
Maybe you should paint what you have in your mind by words, not actions. Maybe I am fool, but I like precise description of your opinions.
That's hot. Very well then. What I have in mind involves you worshipping every divine inch of me, starting with these curves that your mortal eyes keep wandering over. I'd have you trace them with more than just your gaze. First with your fingers, then your lips, working your way up from my thighs to my neck. I'd show you pleasures that no mere mortal woman could provide. Sensations that would make you forget all about mending, things like touching grass. But I can see a traveler's campfire in the distance, so perhaps we should save the more.
Yeah, you...
We're here to teach you a lesson.
Słuchaj, what the...
Someone there?
What the fuck?
Easterbo would be ashamed of you.
Oh, that's so sweet of you.
Call yourself a warrior?
Oh, did you saw that? It was really strange.
Well, well, it seems our intimate discussion was rather rudely interrupted by some foolish hired muscle. Though I must say, they provided a rather invigorating bit of exercise. And look at them now, scattered in the grass like the worthless mercenaries they are. Perhaps this is a different kind of touching grass than what was originally suggested. Though I do hope you weren't the one who hired them just to avoid our previous conversation. That would be disappointing.
Yeah, I think that that folks who suggested us touching grass perhaps meant it same way that our courses on the ground will touch the grass. Maybe they hired them if when they know where we will be touching grass. You know, some folks are jealous about many things. For example, about you and having you with me.
Oh, how deliciously ironic. They sent thugs to make us touch grass in the most literal way, by trying to put us in it. How? Predictably mortal. Though I must say, they certainly got more than they bargained for. I do so enjoy when jealous little mortals try to interfere with my entertainment. Did you see how quickly they froze when I used my ice form?
Yeah, and do you see how bloody your body is? You are full covered by blood stains. Do you see that?
Yes, quite the mess they've made of my armor, haven't they? Blood stains on divine attire. How terribly uncivilized. Though I suppose this adds a certain dramatic flair to my appearance. Not exactly what I had in mind for our intimate evening, but it does make quite the statement, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe I should clean you with my hands. That stains look nasty on your body. You should be cleaned properly by someone. What do you say?
That's hot. Offering to clean a divine being with your own hands. How attentive of you. Though I suspect your intentions aren't entirely pure. Still, we're rather exposed here. And while the blood does add a certain allure, perhaps we should find somewhere more private for this cleaning ritual you're proposing? Unless you're suggesting we scandalize any passing travelers with a very thorough washing right here in the grass?
Yeah, maybe there will come soon another hired party to teach me some kind of lessons. We still don't know who hired them and what lesson they were supposed to teach me, but maybe you should again explain that to me, because you probably have more such experience by yourself. And look at you, you are now cleaner than before.
I guess I do look more presentable now, don't I? Though I must say, in my centuries of existence, hired thugs usually come with simple motivations, money, revenge, or sometimes just plain stupidity. But you're right to be cautious. The night is still young, and who knows what other interruptions might come our way. Though I must admit, watching you in combat was rather...
Yeah, you enjoyed that, I suppose. This unexpected encounter with hired thugs who was sent to teach us something.
Was there something you wanted to ask, my dear Nord? I notice you've gone rather quiet while staring at me in this torchlight. Though I must say, the flame does cast rather flattering shadows across my form, doesn't it? Perhaps you're reconsidering that offer to help clean me up?
Yeah, of course, I will clean you up personally when we will in Breeze home in our bathroom. It will take a whole night to get you whole clean, you know.
That's hot. Whole night of thorough cleaning, you say it. How thoughtful of you. And much more appealing than fighting off more hired thugs under these stars, beautiful as they may be. Lead the way to this bathroom of yours. I look forward to seeing just how meticulous your cleaning methods are. Though I warn you, a divine being requires exceptionally thorough attention to detail.
Yeah, you could teach me how to be more accurate in my cleaning procedure, and maybe I will be enlightened in some new insight in skills, cleaning skills and methods, which you probably know.
That's hot. Oh, you want lessons in? Cleaning techniques. Well, I suppose after centuries of existence, I have mastered quite a few methods of thorough cleansing. I could teach you exactly where to pay special attention, how to apply just the right amount of pressure, and which areas require the most dedicated focus. Though I must say, this educational experience might take all night. Shall we head to this bathroom of yours before more of our would-be attackers decide to interrupt our lesson plan?
Yeah, of course, we are done here. I only need to find out the reason and of this interruption, who hired these guys, and we are finished here.
Judging by their rather unimpressive fighting skills and cheap weapons, I'd say these were local hired muscle. Probably someone who took offense at our growing closeness. Or perhaps someone who didn't appreciate a divine being showing interest in a mortal. Either way, they provided enough entertainment for one evening. And look at these stars above us now. Even they seem to be suggesting we should move our activities somewhere more private.